Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mileena is all about the masks today. She's gonna wear masks and different things to make Christmas really nice tonight, guys. Totally enjoy the show, everyone. And if you are someone that's striving to be a celebrity, it's really good to have your own unique personality and to be yourself, right? Like, you can totally get lost in the shuffle of comparing yourself to other celebrities. If you are a celebrity type, or just if maybe you're not a celebrity type, but you're just comparing yourself. Really, all in all, it comes down to being happy with who you are and feeling good about who you are, and not really focusing on other people. I mean, the grass is always greener on the other side. You really have to focus on yourself, right? Things can be, if you focus on yourself, maybe things will be better for you. Um, I'm not saying a lot of my fans, I'm sure they feel this way already. They know themselves, they're totally individual, but so as I'm like comparing myself and I'm like, I'm like a real star, I really am like a star. So, I mean, like, I shouldn't have to worry. And you see me and you're like, holy crazy good looking. But you don't feel that way when you're yourself, you kind of just get lost in like, I mean, I grew up watching celebrities, so for me, they were always the ones that were stars. They were always the ones that could do anything. And I mean, I was just like in awe. But now when I look at celebrities, I'm kind of like not in awe, but I'm so used to being. I mean, I am in awe, but I'm not like, oh my God, I can't be like that. Like I look like better than a lot of celebrities, in my opinion, and I do look like a star, but or a starlet. But I mean, I'm just like, I mean, it's still stuck in that comparison, right, where you're just like looking at celebrities and you're like, they're doing so well. And I guess part of that is because I'm not famous yet. Like if I was famous, I would be more attuned with that. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm the bee's knees. But of course, it's good to be humble too. But when you're not a celebrity, you have to be like, you kind of have to be like, take a humble stance and say, you know what, I'm not there. Maybe I'll never get there, which I don't think I won't. But you just have to be like more like, be more patient, and you have to be more like, I'm gonna get there, but it's gonna take a while. And you really have to trust in your fans and what they think of you. And you really have to believe in yourself and think, like all these years I've been a non-celebrity, so I'm not used to thinking of the idea that I'll be a celebrity type or anything like that. I mean, like I've been so used to not being a celebrity that for me, it just seems like I'm not gonna get there, even though I know I will. Like, I think Jeffree Star started out in 2006, and Nikki Tutorial started out. Give me 1 second, guys. Nikki Tutorial started out in 2008. And I really feel I'm better than they are, but they're already established stars, right? So it's kind of like, well, and I mean, there's other celebrities out there. I can compare myself to lots of celebrities and come out on top, but I find that when you're comparing yourself, you really do come out on top. But then those people are established celebrities and you're not. So that's where it comes. That's where it's more difficult to sort of like see your standpoint and you're being a star kind of thing. Like I'm not sure of making it because I've never made it before. But I mean, I compare myself to Jeffree Star and I compare myself to Nikki Tutorial and other celebrities, like even like Elton John and all that. And I'm like, I'm really good. Like I'm really really good. So that's where my belief comes from that I'll be number one YouTuber, because I do a direct comparison to how I feel they would come across in person. But I mean, it's not like you're gonna make it. No one ever knows they're gonna make it. But I mean, like really, like if Elton John made it, and look, I mean, not that I'm saying there's nothing wrong with Elton John. He's got a very good voice. He's amazing, but in terms of the glam and all that, some stars do make it more because of the glam. I love Elton John. Elton John's amazing, and he's the most famous gay person in the world, which is crazy because he's not really, there's nothing super special about his look, but his voice is just so great. So he's got a good voice, but I find that if you are someone that is like really glam like me and really good looking, you just feel that you're gonna make it. You almost feel like it's almost next to impossible not to. So I mean, for me, I just really feel that I'm pretty much gonna be there for sure. Like I really feel that way. I don't know. I mean, And the thing is, I don't actually know, right? But I look at celebrities and I see, and I'm like, I'm gonna be number one looking at these celebrities. Like, it's like Madonna when she first started out, she wasn't famous, but she had this belief. She's like, look at me, look, I'm so good, like I'm sure I'm gonna be number one, and she is. But there's only room for a couple number one people. You can't have everybody be number one. But when you feel it, you feel it, right? Like I really feel that I'm gonna be number one, and I really feel that I'm gonna do very, very well. Now, it's just something you have to do. You have a gut feeling, and you just work your butt off and try to work and work and work. Now, I was watching a Lady Gaga thing, and she was saying she worked her butt off, and she was like going from club to club and just performing and performing and performing. She really worked her butt off, and then she was famous, but she had to really convince people that she is someone that's good. And yes, sometimes those people that choose celebrities don't feel you're good. You can be really, really good. Like, I mean, nowadays, if we saw Lady Gaga, we wouldn't be like, she's no good. We wouldn't be like, she can't make it. We'd be like, obviously she can. But when she wasn't famous, to convince people that she was so good, it's hard to do. I mean, she had to really work hard to say, I'm good. But, I mean, the thing is, um, everyone that starts out in the beginning has to do that. You really have to prove yourself. So, I mean, it's something that we all do need to do. Even if you're not a celebrity or you're not working towards fame, you really have to prove yourself in everything. So, like, people don't really think you measure up in any way. They want to see you measure up in terms of what you're doing with whatever you're doing. But when you feel like you're a star and you put in the work and you know it's going to happen, your fingers crossed, right, guys? Then you got to believe in yourself and say, yes, I know this is going to happen. But I mean, for me, I almost feel like it's obvious. But I mean, the thing is, not everybody feels um, like, not everybody, but the thing is, you have to go through the whole process of becoming a celebrity. You have to become like, you have to work hard and you have to get people to notice you. People will quickly skim by your videos and quickly, some people don't even look at your videos because you're not a celebrity. So they're just like, okay, I'll skip past. I don't need to see this, or I don't believe in this right now, or this is not what I'm looking for, or they might be like, this person's good, but I'm not gonna subscribe or I'm not gonna watch, and you're just like, I need them to be better, or this is not really working out for me right now. I'd rather watch somebody else. And deep down you're really, really good, but people are like just skimming by you or skipping past you, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, like I'm really, really good, and you have to just prove yourself. Even though it's obvious that you're going to be a star, starlet, you're going to make it, but you have to go through the whole process of getting noticed and all that, and everybody liking you and all that, and it takes time. But I love the whole process. I mean, I wish I was famous now for sure, but I love the process because I know I'm going to get there. It just really does take a long time. Like my channel's 2 years old. So if you're like this yourself and you notice, you're like, I feel like I'm the biggest star there is, but no one's noticing me. Like I have only this many subscribers, and you have to say, well, what's going on here? Like, but really, all it is that when you're not a star, people don't just gravitate towards your channel. Like, there are stars out there right now that we all cling to and watch, even though they may not be as good as when they started, but you're just like, I know this person was good, so I know this person is someone I'm going to watch. And then you're just like watching them and you're like, well, maybe they're not as good anymore, but you don't care because they're established. If you have a new person, they really have to work their butt off to prove themselves. Like, you know this if you are starting out and you're just like, how am I going to get noticed? Like, no one notices me. So, I mean, you have to really work your butt off, right? Like, it's crazy, but I'm actually liking my voice this way. It's kind of nice. I really like it, but I'm sure it'll heal and I'll sound really good. I can sing again. I can actually sing now. It doesn't sound that bad, but I don't want to strain it. I would love to perform all day for you guys today. Voila, I'm going to. All right, thank you. Bye. Merry Christmas, everyone.